VT Freddy made a post on Reddit that Palo Alto Networks announced the end of life of 10.2, which is correct. And VT Freddy said that Palo Alto is pushing us to version 11.1. I would use the terminology encouraging customers to move to 11.1. That is how I would say it, as well as encouraging people to move to 11.1. I do think people who are on 10.2 should be thinking about how to move to 11.1. And I understand that some people might be concerned, but I think this will be a good thing overall. Palo Alto Networks is trying to create a more stable release train, set of releases for the code, and this will be good overall. So how do you move from 10.2 to 11.1? And someone, the real RRC, asked if it's possible to upgrade directly from a version of 10.2 to 11.1. And Zaphod82, who seems to be an employee at Palo Alto Networks, said, no, you have to go from 10.2 to 11.0 to 11.1. And I actually pointed out that that is incorrect. That is the old methodology that was used to upgrade, that you had to go through every individual major upgrade, which is usually the second number. So 10.2 would be a major upgrade, 11.0 would be a major upgrade, 11.1 would then be a major upgrade. So that's as that second number changes, then there's a major upgrade. So 11.1 to 11.2 is a major upgrade. And traditionally, you would have to go through every single one of these to upgrade. However, that is no longer the case. And if you want to upgrade to 11.1, if you're on 10.2, you can go directly. You just need to download the base version and then that specific version, ideally the preferred version, that you want to upgrade. In this video, I'm going to show that you can do this. I'm going to do it right in front of you because Zaphod82 still didn't agree with me, even though I said that it's not true and I cited the documentation. Zaphod82 did not agree with me. So, you know me, I like to prove stuff. I don't rely on word of mouth or what I think might be true. I like to prove it right in front of you. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. I hope you enjoy watching. All right, so again, our goal is to upgrade directly from a version of 10.2 to a version of 11.1 because 10.2 is going end of life and some of you might want to upgrade. And I'm going to show you that you can upgrade directly. Fortunately, I recently had to work on a project where I needed to downgrade to a version of 10.2 because that's what the customer was using. So I will pull up that firewall here. You can see this is a virtual firewall. This is just what I used for testing as I prepared for a customer engagement. Don't worry, it's not a customer firewall. I would never show any of you that. I actually saw someone on LinkedIn post recently saying that you shouldn't use your corporate firewalls or corporate systems to do demos if you're like me and you make demos on YouTube. Totally agree with that. I found that post to be a bit condescending, the way that it was written, but I do agree you shouldn't be using your corporate assets. You should build labs. That's the way to run demos like this. Anyway, you can see here, this is running 10.2.13-H5. That's hotfix 5. And we're going to see if we can upgrade this directly to 11.1. If we go to device, not certificates. Let's go to software. All right, as you can see here, we already have 11.10. The base is downloaded. As you can see now, if you're not aware of this, Palo Alto now just by default only shows you the preferred releases and base releases. You do need to download your base release as well as the version that you want to upgrade to. It looks like the version of 11.1 that it's recommending right now is 11.1.6, hotfix 10. This could be out of date, so I'm just going to hit check now just to make sure that this is the latest that's being recommended. And it is. If I don't have it downloaded, let me download it quickly, or as quickly as it takes. It's pending. So don't want to make you guys, well, this download is moving pretty quick. Let's see how quickly this goes. If it takes too long, I can do some movie magic, make your guys' lives a little bit more tolerable. Yeah, it's moving pretty quick. It's already almost done. By the way, hopefully everybody likes the audio a little bit better. I changed my microphone. My previous one was really bad. It was picking up tons of background noise. It worked really well there for a while. Just kind of seemed to just stop working well. Not sure what happened. But it's technology, I guess. Stuff ages and eventually it's not as good as it was. I think this microphone's a lot better. I also got some new microphones, the clip-on ones, for when I record over there on the couch. You guys have seen me there probably a few times. All right, here we go. Loaded into Software Manager. Cool. All right, so all we're going to do is install. Okay. It's letting me do it so far. Again, I have the base release. This is important. I didn't do this step, but it's important to remember that if you want to upgrade, you do need to also install this base release. I already had it here, but if you don't have it, or not install it, I apologize, you need to download it, not need to install it. So if you don't have, so for example, if I wanted to upgrade to this 11.0.4 TechX6, yes, I would download it like here, but I would also need to download 11.0.0 because that's the base release. So you can see right here what type of release it is. So just download that base release. You don't need to actually install it. But I mean, this is installing just fine. So my friend on Reddit who said this is impossible and you have to go to 11.0 seems to just be incorrect. And that is how it used to be. Palo Alto used to do that you needed to upgrade every single version. So you would need to go from, so for example, if you're upgrading from 10.2, you would need to go to 11.0 and then 11.1. But you can see now I'm skipping from 10.2 to 11.1. I didn't need to go to 11.0. So I understand why the person said that. They said they've done it over 800 times or something, but I think they're just talking about things that they've done in the past 800 times that they've always needed to go step up one at a time. The documentation documentation says that for 10.2 to 11.1 you can upgrade directly, and it's just that they've changed their upgrade process to make it a little easier on people. And there probably will be a lot of people. It's a good thing they did this because there probably will be a lot of people going from 10.2 directly to 11.1 or potentially even 11.2 in the near future. So it's nice to get rid of that step that you don't have to do that intermediary install there. It's really, really, really nice. I mean, it's working fine. I will give this some time, do some movie magic, let you all not have to suffer watching this install. So I'll see you. Oh, actually, this is the problem with doing stuff live. It looks like it's going to let me reboot it. So let's reboot it. Okay. I'll let you guys skip the reboot. How's that? All right. Ready, set, reboot. All right. The device has rebooted. As you can see here, I am now in PanOS 11.1. And I can scroll down. It says 11.1.6, hotfix 10. So let me show you something as well. So I'm going to shell into the firewall. Okay, it doesn't like my... Well, here's a little tip for you. If this ever happens to you when you're trying to shell, this happens sometimes. All you have to do is empty the known hosts. And then it'll work now. Alright, so I'm in the firewall, and there is a command you can use to see your history of software upgrades. So it is debug. And when I do Palo commands, I just like to, I type in the first word. Actually, I could even type in like D and then type tab, and then it'll come up like this. So debug or delete, debug. So yeah, I just typed in DEB there, and then tab, and then it auto-completes, and then I can hit question mark, and it'll show me everything. I'm looking for SWM, as you can see here, PAN Software Manager. So debug, SWM, and then question mark. So now I can look at history. As you see there, history will show history of software install operations. So you can ignore all this. Oh, is this in? I wish it was the reverse order. So look at this. So yeah, it says here like install 11.1.6-H10 was a success. That was right about now. That was a few minutes ago. So yep, it says it was a success a few minutes ago. And yep, so you can see that I successfully installed 11.1.6. And you can see that. That's where you'd see that in the command line interface in case you want to see that. So yes, I understand that it's new, that things change, and that's something we got to do in technology is we have to keep track of how often things are changing. In the past, with Palo Alto, you've had to go with each intermediate update. So if you wanted to upgrade from 10.2, you would have to go to 11.0 and then 11.1 using the old framework. However, now Palo has made it so you can directly upgrade, not just from 10.2 to 11.1, but actually if you're still on a version of 10.1 and you need to upgrade to 11.1, you can also directly upgrade between those as well. So you don't need to do those intermediary steps. Again, things are always changing. And so in this case, it makes it a little bit easier and saves you all some steps. I hope this was helpful. And if you are considering your upgrade, this will potentially be a tool that you can use to do it because 10.2 is coming to an end. So please start thinking about your upgrade path and how you're going to get off of 10.2. Thank you very much. Feel free to put any comments or questions. If you have ideas for other videos, put all those in the comments, and I will see you in my next video.